Hi guys, I'm Scot Braque. I'm a multidisciplinary artist from Kingston, Jamaica. So this piece is a 12 by 18 digital print called Mask Off from an ongoing design project that I call Project BRAQ. Project BRAQ is a design project where I pick 1 month and I do one piece of work every day for that month. That is kind of to challenge you and just your experience on life and just having to work. Is a disciplinary act, disciplinary project. Um, this was done in month 3, season 3, where I was dealing with a lot. This piece is about really wearing many faces and not being able to take the mask off versus what the title would sound like, taking the mask off. This piece is about me, or I relate to it as being a man and having to wear a different face between different aspects of my life, like being on the road and just existing with other men, and I have to be hard. And in Jamaica, I kind of feel ignorant as a man. This strength has to be always exude, like you have to show that you have this strength, right? With a woman, you also have to show that with your parents, you're this pride, this prodigy, that you have to kind of fulfill these duties that they give you. So this piece was about that, just having to wear all of these faces and not being able to actually take them off, and wanting to find that balance, wanting to find that space to take it off, and that's that. All right, so the first season of Project BRAQ, I could say, was experimentation. Over the time of kind of doing the project, I realized that I gravitate towards specific things, and it ends up being that I pull in these colors from time to time that end up just mainstaying in the piece. I've realized that this blue kind of represents a jungle for me. I do not know why the blue represents this jungle. I remember, I think I have a piece that's called Jungle, and that's when I realized that's kind of what it is. The blue represents, I guess, the landscape of Jamaica, because it's not a bright blue, it's not a dark blue, it's kind of like a royal blue. You know what I mean? It's something that I feel like upholds the essence of something that's peaceful, because Jamaican people are very nice, but also something that's really rough, because you wouldn't really want to walk into a room filled with royal blue. It's kind of really dark, and it's an ominous color, but it also is kind of pleasing color in some sense. Um, the reds are also something a bit more. Reds represent like this blood, this bloody, this kind of motif where things aren't necessarily fully safe. I think that's definitely what it is. It's like, be cautious, you know what I mean? Because we hurt people around here, that type of vibe. Because, as I said, the culture is ignorance. The culture is, you have to put on this hard face. So you kind of have to wear that dangerous face. Like, you can't just be soft. You can't hold yourself, act like you don't really know what you're doing. People will take advantage of you. You know what I mean? And as a part of the goal now, or as pertaining to the goal, isn't me? That is just royalty. Like, I realize that even me recently, I've like changed out all of my jewelry. I'm taking time on changing out all of my jewelry to like gold. You know what I mean? That's something that I see for myself. That's something that I want for myself. That's my future. That's me moving towards something. It's not staying in one place. It's never staying stagnant. It's an eye on a prize type thing, if that makes sense.
So, yeah, as somebody who has also been confronted with their own expression of masculinity, how where have you what resolve have you found in this quest? Have you
Um,
found a space to express this softness? Do you feel like you constantly have to walk with this mask on, or do you feel as though um, it's only something for specific spaces, and
mm,
which spaces if you can?
the reality is we don't really have a platform for men's emotions and men's feelings. And honestly, even my mom, like a couple months ago, told me that she didn't realize men had emotions, which was very funny to me. But that's fine. The thing about it is we do, and we kind of just have to figure it out. We have to find the softness within ourselves first, because the world is not going. going to just allow us to be that. You know what I mean? You have to find the balance within yourself so you can actually practice it on an outside, on a grander scale, like, because the world is not just automatically going to allow you to do that. And that's what I believe. Sorry if I rubbed some people a different way. You know what I mean?
No, it's cool. Yeah, I've grown to learn to kind of, yeah, you have to make that space for yourself. And the thing is that, like, as much as it even may seem like there's no space outward, there is space outward, but it's about making, the space is only there if you make it known that you need the space.
Facts, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, so it's a back and forth. You one has to enforce even that space for yourself.
You make the space for yourself, and then people will see the space you're making, and they would like to be a part of it if they want to.
Yeah.
Understand?
No, for sure.
So you kind of create your own, the same way as I created this piece, you kind of creating the space around you by just actually focusing on what you want. A gold tooth, gang culture, hip hop, like just black culture. Like, as I said, gold is like go getter, like seeing something for yourself, tunnel vision, going after what you want. Grills is like a status symbol, also like one of those faces of hardness, because like if you really see like somebody with like grills, like you really like understand that they're from this type of place, you know. Well, really and truly, from when I grew up, that's when what I understood about grills. It was always hard niggas, like gangsters, like rappers, like those people like really wore grills. So that's really kind of like what it was, just having a bit of fun and putting a bit of like the things that I aspire to, just little things. That's jewelry, you know what I mean? Little things I aspire to in the piece itself, making it like more personal, if that makes sense. There are two artists. They've actually inspired me for many, many years when it came on to like just pursuing something and just going after. Matthew McCarthy and Taj Francis did two exhibitions recently that I actually really love. The Night Seas and Dubbing 62. Yeah, that is it. So those two exhibitions actually really inspired me. Taj, I've been following Taj for a very long time. He has this very distinct style. I also kind of think it has a lot of the inspirations that I come from, you know what I mean? And seeing his work at the Night Seas was actually really insane to me to see like a Jamaican artist like do such intricate brushwork and line work. It was actually crazy to me, and just the use of the greens, because green is not necessarily a color I love, but the use of the greens was done beautifully. And Dubbing 62 was just culture. To me, it was just like a different spin on our entire culture as Jamaicans, a musical culture. It was just beautiful to see this whole new interpretation, and I love unorthodox canvases, like canvases that are not traditional, like it's not paper, it's not an actual canvas. Like those things, I feel like that's the future that we're going towards, because art cannot be contained into like one aspect, right? So that was just an eye-opening like another eye-opening exhibition for me, and also just the presentation of that one specifically, W62, the presentation of that, mwah, chef's kiss, crazy.
Big up Kerry and team.
Big up Kerry and the team. Big up everybody. Big up Anna. Big up Sue. Like, big up everybody who was a part of the putting together of these two exhibitions. Called Trust Me, guys. Like, it was crazy. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. That is it.
That is it. Thank you, sir.
All right, vibes. You got what you wanted.
I hope so too.